The Six of Cups. Okay, that's soulmates energy. Each cup represents, you know, a couple of years together. So they accumulate over time. It's a nostalgic card, lots of cups of emotion built up over time, a meaningful, lasting connection. One with fond memories, you know, a lot of unconditional love. It's either that you have that with someone or you want that with someone. I'm gonna have to sit out for a bit after this. I'm boiling. There's no airflow in the house. Okay, so we've got the Page of Pentacles. Sorry, not the Page, the King of Pentacles. So that's, well, it's Earth energy. So Taurus, Virgo, and you, Capricorn. We've got the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Okay, so they're facing opposite ways. If the King of Pentacles was upright, then he wouldn't be at a crossroads. He'd be, instead of looking at all his options, he's like daydreaming to the point where it's fantasizing and it's delusional. And then we've got freedom from mental entrapment. Okay, if it was the other way, we'd have the King of Pentacles reversed, being at a crossroads, being up in our head. So I don't really know, because they came out in the challenge position, but both is kind of saying that you're either fantasizing to the point of delusion over something, or you're at a crossroads and you're free but you feel trapped. With that Six of Cups energy, you could be in that fantasizing delusion kind of state, but abundant. So you're abundant and you're ready for love, basically. Because King of Pentacles upright is like very practical, very good with day-to-day responsibilities. Pentacles is like going to work, you know, providing, buying things, paying the bills. Very generous with money as well. Right, Five of Pentacles has come out, so that could be feeling a lack of time, money, or energy, a lack of investment. Okay, so maybe you're lacking in terms of time, money, and energy from another. Right, your person has got the Four of Pentacles. So this is someone that you're either thinking about dealing with or manifesting in. The Four of Pentacles is the miser. It's clinging on to money, conserving time, money, and energy, being a bit selfish, you know, pinching the pennies, preserving the situation that they have. We've got the Page of Wands reversed and the Empress reversed. We've got the Magician reversed. This is one that's unenthusiastic about change. They don't really feel excited for a new adventure. They're the Empress reverse, so they're not attracting in love at the moment. They're very closed off. They could be lacking creativity, lacking hope. It's Libra energy, it's Taurus energy. It's the major arcana that they share. As well as having their own major arcanas, they share this one. Something about this Empress is not great right now, okay? They just don't feel like they've got the tools. They don't have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. They're really trying to hold on to what they've got. They don't want to kind of entrust anyone else. to help them to build and grow, or to be stable. They don't trust anyone to do that at the moment, so they're just kind of like unenthusiastic. They're just focused on the here and now. They're not kind of prompting an adventure with anyone. So we'll pull one more for them, and then we'll get 3 cards for the outcome. Okay, they've got the Ace of Cups up right now. The Ace of Cups could be self-love. It doesn't necessarily mean they're in love with someone, but it can mean that. We've got the High Priestess reversed, so maybe they've got a lack of faith in love at the moment, so they're exercising self-love. We've got the Knight of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands upright is like a very sexual energy. They could have lost their libido, or they could be fed up with meeting people who are all about that. The Ace of Swords upright is clarity, sudden revelation, the truth. Swords cut through the crap, okay? They're like the swords of justice. The Devil reverse, getting free from the devil. This person is like spiritually flushing out the badness, okay, that surrounds them. So anyone who's a waste of time, a time waster, a player, they're just flushing that away at the moment. They're not thinking with their groin. You know, they've had clarity. They got themselves free from the devil. Now that's the major arcana for Capricorn. But basically the devil reversed is like, I'm free from that toxic energy. I'm free from those stupid, daft decisions that I was making to go off with players. I'm an empress, damn it. I deserve an emperor. You need stability. When you've achieved a higher level of ascension spiritually, financially, emotionally, mentally, you need someone who's on that playing field. You don't want, you know, someone who's being toxic, running around, confusing everyone and gaslighting or manipulating anyone. You know, the Empress deserves better than that, so let's get 3 for the outcome. I think you're so ready for a soulmate, and this person is just, they're going to meet you and they're not going to expect it. The Judgment is a call to action, okay? Time is of the essence. Do something. The Knight of Cups is reversed. The Knight of Cups should be upright, okay? That knight needs to deliver that cup to the person that they have strong feelings for. At the moment, this knight is going the other way. Or they're just staying still. So they're keeping stum about their feelings. They're not offering emotion to anyone. Now, I get the sense that we've got like a very Pentacles heavy reading. It could be 2 earth signs. Very practical. Very focused on career, responsibilities, keeping things level, stable, fixed. I think you're leaning into love, and I think they're leaning away from it, which could be a bit of a problem. The King of Swords reversed. So the King of Swords upright is someone who's emotionally intelligent. They're businesslike. They're logical. They're a strategist. By the time they come to making a move, okay, they knew they were going to do that 10 moves ago, but they never let anyone know. It's a very strategic chessboard of a brain the King of Swords. It's Aquarian energy. They can be a bit businesslike in the way that they address people, but they're very, very loving inside. Depends what your moon sign is as well, of course. Now that was reversed though, so if that person decides to use their wit and their intelligence against people, they could really run rings around others, okay, verbally. They're very, very good thinking on their feet with what to say. They know how to smooth things over. They're a strategist. They could be very, very manipulative. Okay, so that King of Swords reverse, I don't really like that energy. I mean, Swords reverse could also be like, I'm not talking at all. I'm blocking you. Okay, so it's some sort of negative communication or bad use of intelligence. You can use, you know, knowledge against people as well, can't you? Let's get one more for the outcome. The Strength card, major for Leo. There's a need to be emotionally strong. That's upright. Capricorn, I think you're feeling like you want attention from someone, you want to be in love. And I think the person that's coming in is going to get there eventually. But I think they're a little bit behind because they've been creating boundaries, they've had a wall up, they've been dealing with the wrong sorts of people. I think you're on the lookout for a really long-term, lovely union, okay? And this came out in your last one as well. When, I think this is someone new that you're manifesting in, when is Capricorn going to meet this person? Around March, okay? So it's coming out like next year, next spring. I mean, winter time and New Year is like weird, you know, people go through a lot of breakups in January, February. March is a nice time because you're starting to make plans for the rest of the year, planning holidays, planning, you know, really fun events. So to meet someone in March is like a good time. Let's dig into what's been going on with this person, because you know what's been going on with you and how you feel and why. Let's dig into them. So why have they got the Page of Wands reversed? Why are they unenthusiastic? Why have they got the Miser with the Four of Pentacles upright? Why have they got the Devil reversed and the Knight of Wands reversed? This kind of like lusty energy. Ooh, the Joker. It's all just a game to them, insincere, just having fun. Okay, so they've been getting played by people who just, they enjoy playing games. Okay, they actually don't feel hurt by messing others about. That's their form of entertainment. It's like a sport to them. Okay, it's probably like an ego boost of anything. So your person's got played, and in the future they're going to meet you and they won't be expecting it, but they'll be far more healed than they are now. Because they're keeping everyone away. They don't want jokers anymore. They're keeping everyone well away from them. They're an empress and they deserve better than that. I mean, more fool the person that they are a fool, they're the joker, but fool them because, you know, they're not appreciative of an empress, for goodness sake. Like, all four queens, the highest status, and the tarot deck, a very evolved, confident, capable person, very stable, very loving, you know, stunning to look at. Why would you not want that? Why would you not want that? Strong roots, pull weeds of resentment so your love can bloom. Okay, so this person needs to let go of the past, let go of like the jokers, You wouldn't want to meet them and then pay the price for like what someone else has done to them. That's what happens if you force people before they're ready. Okay? That's why it can't happen right now. And maybe, maybe if they just kept going, they'd pick another person like that and another person like that. They need to create boundaries, and that's what they're doing. So we can't blame them for that. Caution, yeah, caution. They've been getting red flags for a while from different people. Fulfilling a fantasy, okay? So maybe this person's really good looking, and so that's why they attract knobheads. I don't know. Knobheads can be male, they can be female. But everyone's capable of getting played, messed about, unappreciated, made to feel insecure, made to feel not good enough. Because someone's actions towards us, it's like a reflection of what we're worth, isn't it? So if that's what we're being told we're worth, that's rubbish. And this person genuinely not feeling good. So they're doing the right thing, and they're pushing away the people that look good, and they're not going for that anymore. It doesn't mean you don't look good, but they're not going for the jokers, the ones that are like two-faced, play with their emotions and don't even feel bad about it. Like, that's pathetic behaviour. No wonder this person is like being the miser, do you know what I mean? Because they've already given away their nice points and they were lost, okay, to the wrong people. So you are worthy of love. No proof is needed. You gave me the sweetest dream and the hardest reality. Oh my god, it was a love bomber. Bastard. The truth isn't always black and white. Look at that chessboard. Look at that chessboard. Okay. Yeah, so there was a lot of grey area, and this person, they could have been involved with a narcissist. This person's like been basically chatting bollocks to them and confusing them, or gaslighting them, making them confused, making them feel like, some sort of illusion is reality, and then they've realised like it's just utter shite. Very, very disappointing to an empress to be treated like that. They deserve better. I think it would piss off a lot of their friends and family to find out that's what's been going on. Let's get some advice for you then, Capricorn, because you've got a way to go until March. And that doesn't mean you're not going to have a dalliance here and there or have nothing going on until March. It doesn't mean that. It means the universe is bringing this person in to you when this person is ready and not before, okay? Not a moment before. You wouldn't want them the way that they are now. They're bitter, they're cold, they're pissed. Oh my god. Patience. The tide will come in when it's ready, okay? So you will get your new catch when it's the right time. Be patient. Ooh, transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Nice. So if you're pining for a soulmate and you like being in a relationship, that's okay. But this is your time to shine as a single entity, okay, and realise that you can have a really full life without that other person being there. You all need a period like that, like an eat, pray, love year, where we travel, where we cross things off the bucket list. When you do that, it's so empowering. You don't have to wait till you're in love to go and see the Eiffel Tower. You don't have to wait till you're in love to go and see the Northern Lights. You don't need to wait till you're in love to go scuba diving in, wherever. You don't need to do that because you're in love. You get to do those things. find someone else that's into that stuff, or go and live somewhere in a country where all of that's going on, and you know, you're not going to miss it. The path to light. I make the conscious choice to move towards the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. By traveling around, you are literally going to bring light to other people. Don't forget your purpose. Don't forget that every interaction you have brings a lot of positivity to others, more than what you probably realise. Some you will realise, but we often look at ourselves as not offering that much, you know, but you've got much to offer the world, okay, and a lot of purpose, so don't keep it in one place. Right, let's get you some sacred geometry, and we'll get you a crystal. Divine Masculine. The frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. That is very empowering, isn't it? So you can reach your Divine Masculine energy by literally creating goals for yourself and working towards them, whether that's like in your career, whether that's bucket list things that you've always wanted to do. Make a list, keep adding to the list, but cross off some things from the list. Go and do it, get it booked, okay? It's very, very empowering, this card, and you're going through an ascension, okay? This is like the most important part of your journey in this lifetime, is what happens to you over the next 6 to 8 months. Look up the number 22 as well, what that means, because you got 22 likes on the screen and the number 22 on this card. Okay, let's get you a crystal. We've got carnelian for the sacral chakra, sodalite for the throat chakra, lapis lazuli for the crown chakra, and apophyllite for the throat chakra. So there's lapis lazuli, there's apophyllite, it was carnelian, sodalite, carnelian, sodalite. There's sodalite. Right, you'll have to look up carnelian, I haven't got that. Right, let's have a look at sodalite. what it is, friend to the chronic meditator sodalite, known by some as poor man's lapis, is a salty deep blue stone speckled and striated with white calcite inclusions. Who needs it? Planners, producers, and Virgos. Where to put it? Wherever you do your best non-thinking. When to use it? When you have a big decision to make, when you're 99% finished with a project, but can't get your head around the last 1%. Don't. Okay, seriously. Give up. Meditate with sodalite. I've got some here, actually. Abandon solution-orientated thinking, surrender to your intuition, and watch your problem get solved from the same place much deeper. Deepen your intuition. Okay, lapis lazuli. A deep blue stone with deep history. See ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun's eyeshadow. The Old Testament, the high priest of Israel's vestments, and the Dutch Golden Age, Vermeer's palette. Who needs it? Cat people, Leos, anyone who uses the phrase in a past life, I'm totally convinced I was a. Where to put it? As a spiritual armour that lets the world know when I walk into a room, it's customary for y'all to bend to the knee. When to use it? When your thoughts are not your friends, call on lapis lazuli to help get you out of whatever your mind has gotten you into. They're very similar looking, those, aren't they? Okay, so we've got apophyllite. Looks like candied fruit. What it is, apophyllite acts like a teleportation device to places transcendent, often sourced from enchanted India, birthplace of Tantra, Yoga, Nagshampa. Apophyllite clears skepticism, cynicism, and logic from the spiritual path. Who needs it? Anyone looking for that ray of light from on high to hit them with something good. Where to put it? Wherever you practice religion, meditate, channel, and pray. When to use it? When the spiritual life feels like a moving target. When you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth. When you feel like you're, yeah, but thoughts are dishonouring the innermost you. Beam yourself up, way up. Okay, so yeah, don't forget to look up carnelian. I hope some people liked that reading, that it resonates for you. Please give me a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, and I'll see you in the next one, Capricorn. We're going to go on to Aquarius next.